Now, I have to tell you, it's an unbelievably complex subject. Nobody knew that healthcare could be so complicated.
You know that under Trump Care you could be denied health coverage for pre-existing conditions, right? But did you know that being the victim of sexual assault qualifies as a pre-existing condition? If you've ever had a cesarean section, that's also a pre-existing condition, and so is postpartum depression. So now, being a woman is a pre-existing condition? Motherhood is enough to get you cut off from insurance? It's almost like Trump doesn't care about a certain massive percentage of the population that he doesn't directly relate to. But Kim, I hear you say, what about when the proven serial liar said these things?
When I watch some of the news reports, which are so unfair, and they say we don't cover pre-existing conditions, we cover it beautifully. I'll tell you who doesn't cover pre-existing conditions: Obamacare. You know why? It's dead.
Sorry, but those so-called guarantees directly conflict with the recently added MacArthur-Meadows Amendment. Under this amendment, states are free to discriminate against women who experience the pre-existing condition of being or having been pregnant, suffering from PPD, or having been assaulted and or violated by another person. Oh, unless you work for the House Republicans, that is, since they've exempted themselves from these parts of the law. Then empathy and understanding what the point of insurance is magically reemerges. But not understanding of basic human biology, though. They just have ways to try and shut that whole thing down. Seriously though, this bill is bad. If your first reaction to a bill as a politician is to write a clause that exempts you from its dictates, that's a pretty good indicator that it's a hot bag of garbage. The ACA isn't perfect, but refusing to let insurance companies deny coverage due to pre-existing conditions was a good step. Another good step, requiring essential benefit coverage. That means covering the basic stuff any sane person would consider essential elements of quality health care: hospitalization, prescription medication, preventive care, which by the way saves lives and helps prevent sick people from being stuck with financially crippling medical bills, and, oh yeah, unnecessary death. Also under the essential benefit umbrella are birth control, pregnancy, and newborn care. It's very, very hard to say this new GOP bill isn't meant to discriminate against any particular group. And if you're not a woman, if you don't care about any human women for some reason, probably not as an extreme reaction of primal misplaced anger and feelings of inadequacy in an ever-evolving socio-political landscapes slipping into the future, away, right through your angrily, impotently clenched fingers like so much dust in the wind. Oh no, certainly not that! You're still getting screwed in this deal! Because pre-existing health conditions should be covered. We are all in fragile flesh bags that will inevitably break down. It's not an if, it's a when. Do you have any of the conditions on this partial list? Then you're out. Under Trump Care, we'd see many bad things happen to many, and a couple good things happen to a few. Tens of millions of people will lose health insurance. Tens or hundreds of thousands of people, babies, mothers and fathers, beloved friends and parents, those people will die when they otherwise could have lived. Do you know how crazy it is to realize we have the collective knowledge and ability and power to save lives, but we won't because we've assigned value to those lives and deemed them unworthy of the effort? Remember in the time around Obama was being negotiated, where there was such conservative outrage and furor at so-called death panels?
Anyone over the age of 74 has to go before what is effectively a death panel. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's in there, folks. You're wrong. Okay, children. All right, children.
Where's the Republican fury now? Where's the alleged crusade for the value and protection of human life? Now we have a mostly apolitical comedian making completely reasonable statements like this.
If your baby is going to die, and it doesn't have to, it shouldn't matter how much money you make. I think that's something that, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or something else, we all agree on that, right?
You would think we could all agree that a baby deserves a fair chance. So then he gets tweeted this by a former Republican congressman who then went on his radio show to say, as paraphrased by the Chicago Tribune, life is all about choices, and if you choose not to have enough money or a job that provides your children with urgently needed care, it's not my problem, it's your sick baby's problem. Good luck with that. Then we have this.
People who lead good lives, they're healthy, they've done the things to keep their bodies healthy, and right now those are the people who've done things the right way that are seeing their costs skyrocketing.
What kind of malarkey is that? You don't get rewarded by health when you lead a good, healthy life. Things happen. Diseases come unexpectedly. Stop with your fake morality. Here's the truth of it. While millions of ordinary people get screwed, Donald Trump will make out like a bandit, along with the rich whose interests he represents. This very telling chart from the Tax Policy Center shows who the clear winners are with Trump Care. The rich will get marginally richer. The poor and middle class will suffer immeasurably. Nothing changes. It's the same motive shoveled to us in a different way on a different day. But you know who else is going to lose because of this bill? Republicans who vote for it. Because when everyone finally realizes what horrific damage you did to so many Americans to benefit so few at the top, those Americans are going to remember. And they're still going to remember on the next election day. I'm Kim Horcher, and I'm with the Young Turks. You can follow me on Twitter at @KimScorcher, Facebook @KimHorcherOfficial, and Instagram with my actual name. No, not literally that.